Welcome to Gamentio. This video is here to help you understand Texas Hold'em no-limit poker. So let's get to it. The aim of the game is to make the best possible 5-card hand. Poker is played with a standard 52-card deck and requires minimum 2 players. It can go up to 9 players, but on Gamentio, a maximum of 6 players can play at one table. The game begins with 2 players posting the compulsory bets known as the small blind and the big blind. On the other hand, the rest of the players can choose to post a bet. It's not compulsory for them. To keep things fair, the posting of the blinds rotates with each hand played, which means that the burden of posting blinds keeps shifting. This is known as rotation of the dealer button. The big blind is double the value of a small blind and is also the minimum bet for that game. Now let's look at the gameplay. Poker is played over a course of 4 rounds. 1. Preflop. 2. Flop. 3. Turn. 4. River. After the blinds are posted, the pre-flop round begins. Each player is dealt 2 cards, known as hole cards. These are private cards. Betting in this round begins with the player sitting next to the big blind. Each player can take any of the following actions. Call, which means to match the big blind. Raise, which means to raise the value of the current bet and place a bet of a higher value. Or fold, which means to drop your cards and not play any further. Turn always moves clockwise around the table. Once all the players have acted and contributed the same amount to the pot, the round comes to an end and all chips are moved to the center of the table. The players who choose not to fold and continue playing are known as active players. Now comes the flop round. 3 community cards are opened face up on the table. The first player to act in this round is the small blind. For the rest of the game, betting will move in this order. Based on the cards dealt, so far the small blind can take any of the following actions. Check, pass on their turn without placing a bet, bet, place a bet if they have a good hand or the probability of a good hand. Other players will have to match this if they want to stay in the game. Fold, drop your cards and not play further. The rest of the players can either fold or call or raise. Let's say player 3 calls the bet and player 4 decides to fold, while player 5 raises. Once all the active players have acted and contributed the same amount, the round comes to an end and the chips are moved to the center of the table. Now we move into the third round, called the turn. 1 more card is dealt face up on the table. Each player now has 6 cards, 4 community cards and 2 hole cards to form the best possible 5-card poker hand. Betting takes place in the same manner as the flop round. Once all players have acted and the chips are moved to the center of the table, the last and final round, called the river, begins. The final card is dealt face up on the table. Based on the 7 cards now available to the players, i.e. 2 hole cards and 5 community cards, the players can use any 5 cards to form the best possible poker hand. The 4th and final betting round is played exactly the same way as the 2nd and 3rd betting round. After this round ends, all the remaining active players will be required to reveal their hole cards. This is known as the shutdown. The player with the best poker hand wins the pot. If all players but 1 fold, the remaining active player is not required to reveal his cards, and the pot is awarded directly to him. And if 2 or more players have the same poker hand, the pot gets shared amongst them. The showdown marks the end of the hand being played. This is everything you need to know to begin playing poker. If you want to try your luck at some free online poker to see how much you've learned, please visit www.gamentio.com or click on the link in the description box below. Thank you for watching!